Hi there, Ellwood City fans and Ambridge fans. Welcome to the Lincoln High School Big Gym here in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we have the opening match of girls volleyball for the 2022-2023 season. And on your screen are those Ellwood City Wolverines and Ambridge Bridgers. Both these teams coming into play. I believe Ambridge is playing their first match as well as the Wolverines. We do have updated standings officially, as a couple teams did play on yesterday, on Tuesday. In fact, if I'm correct, everybody in the section so far has lost, which may surprise some because Beaver did lose yesterday, but they were playing a 5A school. So, to say the least, starting 0-1, that's not too big of a deal. All these games right now are non-conference games, and there you go. So the first conference game for the Wolverines, I know we don't really jump into the schedule when we haven't even played a game yet, but the first game that we're going to have in conference is going to be this Saturday, Riverside at home. It'll be at 11 o'clock for JV, 12 o'clock for varsity. So we will be broadcasting that one. So for those who are wondering when conference games start, we'll be here for that.
Is it 11 and 12 or 11 and 12:30? Since it's normally 6 and 7.
It may be 10:30. I know it's noon for varsity. I think it's 10:30 and 12. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
But I do know varsity's at noon. That I do know.
Okay.
So we'll go through lineups here eventually throughout the evening. My name is Brad Windhorst alongside Dakota Marshall for Ellwood City Sports. Thad Sturgeon will be joining us for the varsity matchup. We do apologize, we do not have a lineup for Ambridge just yet. So we're going to go by numbers. We do apologize about that. This is probably the first time in 2 years that we haven't had numbers, but we'll try our best. So there you go.
Well, maybe between periods.
Yeah, we'll check between.
Run over a little
right,
bit.
Exactly. Sometimes Thad Sturgeon walks in between games and he grabs a sheet for us. So we'll go with numbers. In the bottom right of the corner is the scoreboard. You'll see the Bridgers on top, Wolverines on the bottom. We do go to 25 points, win by 2, and if you win a match or win a game, then you get a +1 on the right side. And it's a best of 3 sets. If you're looking for the varsity matchup tonight, that will be starting at 7:30. There's usually about a half-hour window in between these games. So we'll keep this live stream open. We'll take a short break in between those games and matches, and then we'll have the varsity at 7:30. So the numbers for the Wolverines on the left side of your screen: number 23, Kyla Vignovich; number 4, Emma Schalfley. Sorry.
Number 20.
Number 20, Ava Lucarelli.
Number 10.
Number 10, that's Amber McQuistion.
Number 7.
Number 7, that is Elsie Sturgeon.
And number 30.
And number 30
Chloe Bungar?
is Chloe Bungar. Yep. Some numbers so happily did not change.
Her I can recognize. So.
Yep. And then on for the Bridgers, number 2, 18, 17, 23, I believe 10 and 7. So there you go.
So we have officials checking lineup right now against the books. So we should be getting started here shortly.
Yep. In the meantime, we'll give out some stats throughout the evening. We got a lot of events going on. Girls tennis just finished their match today. They did lose 4 games to 1 to Blackhawk today. Tough matchup always to start off with Blackhawk, so we'll have more coverage of that later on tonight.
So serving first will be Ambridge, number 7 from Ambridge with the serve.
Comes over to the left side of the Wolverines. They do get it back over, and it drops in right in the middle pocket hole.
First point for the Wolverines.
How about that? The first point of the 2022 season goes to the Wolverines.
Number 20 is server for Ellwood.
So that would be Ava Lucarelli. Fortunately, she hits it right in the net. That'll even the score 1-1. One of the things, folks, that we like to do is we like to pronounce names, get names correctly, and it usually takes us about all 22 games. So bear with us.
Number 10 with the serve for Ambridge, and that one goes into the net with a point for the Wolverines.
So a couple misfortunes here on the serves by both teams.
So we have a rotation. Number 4 went out, and number 44 came in for the Wolverines.
So that's Genovesa Miller.
She will be serving.
Sorry, Genovesa Miller. I forgot, the Z is somewhat silent. Good serve there by Miller. Comes back over to the Wolverines side. Fortunately missed there, I believe, by Lucarelli, and that's going to even the score now 2-2.
So now the libero?
Ooh, fancy words. Yes, the libero.
I'm trying to remember the term from last year. Number 18 serving for the Bridgers.
Yep.
And we have a rotation. Number 19 goes in for 23 for the Bridgers.
And Dakota, let's add to that. How do you know that is the libero?
The white uniform.
Exactly. Comes back over the Wolverines side. It does fall over. Nice hit there by
Number 23
Vignovich.
got it over.
Yep.
For
Nice
another
hit by
point for the
Kyla.
Wolverines, up 3-2. Number 11 now rotating in for the Wolverines, and Kyla is rotating out.
So number 11 being Kira Rozansky. You're going to see this a lot during the evening. A lot of these teams rotate in offense for defense, defense for offense.
Rozansky with the serve.
Yep, good serve by Rozansky. Best one tonight so far. Hit up there by Miller, tapped up by Lucarelli. Good strike by McQuistion. What are they going to say here? I think they're going to say net violation against the Bridgers.
Yep. So point for the Wolverines, I believe.
Yep. So 4-2 lead. The head coach of the Wolverines is Jenna Ricciuti. Assistant coach right now actually coaching these JV team is Justin Bennett. Joe Ricciuti's on the bench, Juliana Kahn, and Michelle Nacera.
Rozansky with the serve.
Good contact by the Bridgers. Back over to Miller. She'll hit up over to Lucarelli. Over to McQuistion. Back line for the Bridgers. Right to the front this time. Good attempt there by number 7, but unfortunately does not get over. And that makes it now 5-2 Wolverines.
So, Brad, remind me, there are 3 periods for volleyball, correct?
Yes, 3 sets. They go to 25.
Sets, that's right.
And you have to win by 2. Contact on the outside edge there by Miller.
Out of bounds on the Wolverines. Point for the Bridgers.
Yep, and we're going to have to do a refresher to a certain degree. But the roof does come into play here, folks. If it stays on your side, it does not count. Point to the other opposing team. If it clears, you still continue to play. Back over to the Wolverines. Miller will tap it up there. Over to the opposite side. Does hit the net, and did it drop?
Point for the Bridgers.
Yeah.
So
I think they're going to say it counts, so count for the Bridgers because it was on the outside edge of these posts. It's kind of right in front of our officials.
number 17 is the server for Ambridge right now. Got to get it over, and
Good.
they do.
Yep, good hit by Rozansky. It's going to fall, and it's a point for the Wolverines.
So, like you said, refresher, you have to get it over within 3 hits.
Correct. And if it hits the roof, as long as it clears the roof to the other side, it still is a go. If it's on your side, no go. Hit by Sturgeon there. Good serve. Backline for the Bridgers. They're scrambling. Bridges are falling, and Wolverines now put up a point 7-4.
I thought you could play it off. If
no,
it hits,
no, sorry,
you can
reverse
hit
it. Yes, reverse it. If it stays on your side, if it clears, it does not count. That's what it is. You're correct. Good serve by
And
number
that's
7.
no man's land.
Yep.
You see the libero talking to number 10 there.
Yep. Good contact by Elsie Sturgeon, the sophomore, 5'5" outside hitter. Great serve. Doubles up the Bridgers, 8-4. Serve by Sturgeon. This time hits the net. And
Point for the
unfortunately,
Bridgers.
Yep. And again, it was a good serve, but it was on the outside edge. There's red and white post right in the front of the officials. That's
Yeah, you
out of
can't
bounds.
really see him right now.
Yep. It's kind of tough.
Number 2 serving for the Bridgers.
So there's the serve. Deep line backside. Miller caught her off guard, but she does get it up. Miller over, unfortunately not. And the Bridgers will get the point.
6-8 now in favor of the Wolverines.
So once again, number 2, I believe, is serving for the
Yes,
Bridgers.
sir.
Bridgers in their maroon jerseys. Hit there by Miller. Up by Lucarelli over to Bungard. A little too hard.
And it's out.
Yeah.
So point for the Bridgers.
And all of a
Now
sudden-
7-8.
Yeah, all of a sudden, a 3-point streak here by the Bridgers. Good contact on the serve. Off Miller's arm. Up by Sturgeon. Back to Miller. They clear it this time. Back to the front line. Going to be hit by number 10 for the Bridgers. Back by Bungard. Back over by the Bridgers. I think they're going to say contact of the net. So net violation.
Net play against, I want
Okay.
to say number 10.
All right.
Or
so,
no, against
yeah.
the Wolverines.
So it's a net violation, or what they say is basically when an athlete crosses the bottom line. Again, a line that you cannot see right now because of the officials. If you cross that, that's a no-go.
So now 8-all.
Wow, good
Now
serve.
9-8 in
Yeah.
favor of the Bridgers.
A lucky serve, but a good serve nonetheless by number 2. And that's 5 straight points by the Bridgers.
And that one just kind of barely cleared the net.
It did.
It was kind of shaking the net on its way over.
Unfortunately, I kind of jinxed her.
So now 9-all.
Yep, jinxed her with the long
for
serve.
the Wolverines. So we got a rotation, number 2 going out and number 15 coming in for the Bridgers. Also number 44 going out and 4 coming in for the Wolverines.
So number 4, Emma Schalfly. I'm going to have to look at that pronunciation. She's a freshman, 5'7", middle hitter for
number
the Wolverines.
10 with the serve.
So good serve by McQuistion. Front line, they run into each other. Unfortunately for the Bridgers, it's now 10-9 Wolverines.
And you see the Bridgers coach kind of talking to her girls saying,
yep,
you should have been here.
And you should have been there. Miscommunication. That is the theme today, miscommunication. Good serve there by the back line. McQuistion, she'll tap it up in no man's land. Brzezinski does get it over. And it's going to come back.
Nice save by the Bridgers, but out. So point for the Wolverines, now 11-9 in favor of the Wolverines.
Good contact here. And good play so far. 20 points, 11-9 in favor of the Wolverines. Good serve, back line once again. Bridgers are scrambling. They'll get it over. They do. McQuistion up to Lucarelli. Over to number 4, Schalfly. She clears it, and it's a point for the Wolverines.
So make that 12-9 now in favor of the Wolverines.
So number 4, Emma Schalfly with that hit there and good contact.
We'll get it eventually.
We will. Number 10, Amber McQuistion with the serve. Good serve once again. That back line's getting hit. And there you go. Back line serve, point for the Wolverines. So 13-9 now. Ellwood City with the early lead here. First set action from the Big Jim. Good serve again. Libero hits it to the front line. It falls underneath. It's now 14-9. One of the things that we're going to see all night long for both teams, in fact, any teams, is that points are going to go in streaks. Wolverines once again. There you go.
So there's that rafter play coming into effect.
Didn't take long.
And they did not hit it. So it's a bell and point for the Wolverines.
Yep, 6-point streak. Make it 7. An ace. Good serve there by number 10, Amber McQuistion, and all of a sudden, Wolverines up by 7. McQuistion once again. Good line drive shot this time. Front line, they'll scramble. They're going to call a net violation. So I believe
on the Wolverines, so point for the Bridgers.
Okay.
Now 10-16, and we got a rotation. The libero's going out, and number 23 coming in.
So again, we do apologize. We do not have a roster for Ambridge at the moment. I know I see somebody writing them down, so I know somebody's going to get us a roster here for the varsity game. We do apologize.
So now serving is number 19, I believe, for the Bridgers.
Yep. Good serve there. Back line, nice and deep. Caught Sturgeon off guard. It goes out of bounds. Point for the Bridgers.
Hey, goes over to Athletic Director Kurt Gusnelli.
How about that? Multitasking, another part of the theme tonight. Got to be in 2 or 3 different places. A lot of sports action underway this week.
So now 11-16 in favor of the Wolverines.
Contact there off the net, out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines. Makes it now 17-11.
Rotation, number 23 coming in for the Wolverines and 11 going out. And then number 30, Chloe Bungar, is the server.
So rotate in was number 23, Vignovich. Good serve by Bungar. Back line once again. Bridgers do get it over. Nice dig there by Bungar. Back line. Nice shot by the Wolverines.
Makes it 18-11.
How about that? Tell you what, folks, if this is a preview of the next couple sets of serving, Wolverines are going to be in good shape tonight.
Here's the serve.
Deep serve once again. Back line. No man's land. A little bit of a scramble. Bridgers do get it over. Hit there by McQuistion. Luke Lurelli with the save there. Sturgeon, good contact. Back over the Bridgers side. They'll get it back over. Nice strike. Woo! Number 10 for the Bridgers. Nice strike and that'll make the score 18-12.
So point for the Bridgers. You saw our officials were kind of holding opposite hands, and then the VAR judge said, "Nope, my bad. You're right."
It's kind of tough when you're facing each other because your left and your right is, my right and your left. How about that?
All right.
Serving.
Number 7 with the serve.
Yep, Bridgers do get a cross. Hit there by Emma. She will drop it in the pocket. Comes back over to Bungar. Tap over. Nice play there by number 20, Ava Lucarelli. Point for the Wolverines.
It falls with the point for the Wolverines.
How about that?
It's 19-12, right?
Yep,
okay.
19-12. You're
I
good.
wasn't sure if it was before they changed it or not.
Right. Good serve by number 20, Ava Lucarelli. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the libero tipped it out of bounds for the Bridgers. So, 20-12.
Fast pace here.
First set.
Yep. Only 10 minutes so far on this set. Back over to the Wolverines. It drops. It caught number 20, Lucarelli, off guard. Kind of that no man's, 2 or 3 feet from the net. Point for the Bridgers.
So we got a rotation now. Number 15 going out, number 2 coming in, and number 10 is serving for the Bridgers. And I was wrong. I'm not getting pitchers tonight. I forgot how fast-paced volleyball was.
It is so fast-paced. Good contact here. Back over by the Wolverines to the Bridgers. No man's land. Good scramble by number 7, but it drops on their side.
Point
it's
for the Wolverines.
13.
So we got another rotation here. Number 4 going out for the Wolverines and 44 coming in.
So Genovesa Miller back in for the Wolverines.
And she will be the one serving.
Good serve by Miller. Drops it in. Back over to the Wolverines side. Tipped up by Lucarelli. Sturgeon with a nice right arm. Palm there, and it gets in for the point. Makes it now 22-13.
Number 18 tried to dig to save that, but no one else was there to help out.
Again, folks, we go to 25, win by 2. Good serve by Miller. Front line, tap over. Hit up by Lucarelli. Now over to Vignovich. Up for McQuistion. She swings and misses, and she kind of looks at it like, oh, my goodness. Just a little bit of a miss. Hey, that's why we do these non-conference games. Get all the misses out now.
So point for the Bridgers, and now the libero will be serving.
I believe that's what, number 18?
Yes.
Okay, number 18. Again, we do apologize. We do not have names at the moment for the Bridgers.
The official talking to
a little
the coach
conversation.
for Bridgers.
Yep, a little conversation there about positioning and
understanding
location.
boundaries.
Yep. If you've ever looked at a basketball court, you'll see there's a couple different lines out there.
So it's positioning for when they're rotating.
Correct.
Players is what they're talking about.
Yep, rotation's key.
I just heard the coach say when you guys swap out, and so.
Yep. If Thad was here, we'd be talking about dinner. Where are you going to dinner tonight? Again, folks, final today, girls tennis, unfortunately, did lose 4 games to 1, my apologies, today to Blackhawk. Blackhawk has always had the Wolverines' number. Blackhawk is a very prestigious school on tennis. A lot of the Beaver County teams, Central Valley, Beaver, Blackhawk, have always been really big on tennis. So I know they're back in the action tomorrow, home. I believe they are playing, Beaver.
I say that one I don't know.
Speaking of Beaver County, they're going to be playing Beaver tomorrow, Thursday afternoon, 3:30 p.m. from the UM Park courts. And unfortunately, we will semi-be there. We'll be there in spirit. I know Dom Savucci is going to take pictures for us, and he's going to help us out a little bit. And head coach DeBuano always gives us the stats, helps us out. And the reason why is tomorrow night we also have soccer. We will be trying and attempting a live mobile stream of the soccer match up at Stiefel Park, pending internet. Internet has always been an issue. We'll figure it out once we get there, and either we'll be on or, well, we may not be on. But nonetheless, we'll cover both sports, all the sports here at Ellwood City. So while they're continuing to talk, we're going to take a little bit of a break here in the action. First set here from Lincoln High School Big Gym, JV 22-14 Wolverines. All right, folks, quick whistle. We're back to action. Holy smokes, no time to waste.
Point for the Bridgers as I'm frantically getting up to get the camera.
What a quick whistle and go.
So now 15-22 in favor of the Wolverines.
Was not expecting that. Got to keep your toes on your toes or toes on your feet. I don't know. Keep your toes on your feet. That'll work too.
Keep on your toes.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
All right, another point for the Bridgers, now 16-22.
So I guess just like us, the Wolverines are caught off guard too. 2 points in a row for the Bridgers.
This libero has some high serves.
And she does the jump serve. Yeah. And unfortunately, once again, we jinxed the server.
Right into the net.
Yeah.
Point for the Wolverines, now 23-16. Rotation. Number 23 going out, 11 coming in.
So Rosansky comes in. Rosansky, a junior, 5'3". This team, folks, across the board, there's only 2 seniors. So there's a lot of youth, which is really, really good.
Will be getting the serve.
So Rosansky with the serve here. Just 2 points away from the set, and let's make that 1 point away.
And it goes to what I'm assuming is the varsity Bridgers
yes.
sitting in the stands here.
So set point here for the Wolverines. They'll have at least 7 chances at this one. Rosansky with the serve. Nice line drive. Back line. It's going to go out of bounds. Good attempt by number 2, but it hits out of bounds, and that is.
So that is the first set, 25-16 in favor of the Wolverines. So there's about according to the clock, there's about a minute in between sets.
So we'll take a break in the action. 1-0. In terms of sets for the Wolverines. All right, folks, welcome back here to the Lincoln High School Big Gym. The first set went to the Wolverines, 25-16 in this JV matchup. Again, if you're looking for the live stream of the varsity, it is this exact same link in about an hour. There will be about a 15, 20-minute break in between, and then we'll come back in. Thad Sturgeon will be joining us for the call. 7:30 start here between the Wolverines and Bridgers. In the meantime, we've got set number 2 action, and it looks like serving will be the Wolverines' number 20, Ava Lucarelli, a freshman, 5'4". As they call her, she is the setter and the defensive specialist.
Ooh, fancy titles.
Listen, I had time today to type up their position, and I actually looked it up. I now know that there's 6 different positions, and there's an outside hitter, left and right. I mean, I went all out. I know everything now. No, I don't. I don't know anything.
Did any of it retain? Or did you just know it for typing?
I knew it for about 2 minutes when I was staring at a screen, and then it fell out. It just lost. All right, so we're waiting again, I think,
so
on
we got
rosters.
the buzzer, and now
Something.
officials are discussing
Yeah,
again.
We're looking at rosters. I think she is going to give the thumbs up here shortly. It looks like we're good.
And now she's checking the other side.
Yep. We should get a whistle, and then boom, it'll go that fast.
Hopefully not quite as fast as the last whistle we got.
Yes, yes. Listen, folks, these officials, this is pretty much their second or third event of the entire year. So just like us, we're all trying to get back into the swing of things.
All right, here we go.
There's the whistle. We're ready to go. Number 20, Lucarelli with the serve. Line drive, good serve. Back line for the Bridgers. Nobody's there. And a point will go to the Wolverines.
I was going to say number 15 hit it, but then no one was there to recover it.
Back
so
to
Lucarelli with the serve.
Line drive, back line, back over to the Wolverines. Lucarelli back up for Vignovich. She gets it up to a combo. No double hit there, so we're okay. Bridgers front line, you got to tap it, and it doesn't go. 2-0 Wolverines.
You're saying about that combo. I think they did that with the first one.
Yeah,
too.
it kind of looked like
I
it.
was kind of
one set of hands underneath the other. Lucarelli with the serve. Back line again. Bridgers no man land, and it's now 3-0. The Bridgers
we're staying consistent with our serves, which is good.
Right, and on the flip side, the Bridgers back line is getting the good contact. It's just not a good reaction to the serve. Good contact there. Tap over by number 7, Sturgeon. They're going to say net violation, so I believe Bridgers.
Point for the Bridgers.
Yep.
Now 1, 2, 3.
Unfortunate there. It's kind of, once again, one of those indecisive areas. But LSU nailed it, but unfortunately hit the net as well.
So number 21 with the serve for the Bridgers.
Wolverines, miscommunication once again between McQuistion and Sturgeon. It falls. It's now 3-2. Good contact by the server for the Bridgers. Up by Sturgeon. Over to Vignovich. Tapped over.
And it's out. So point for the Bridgers. 3-all now.
And we said volleyball is a game of streaks. 3 points by the Wolverines, 3 points by the Badgers. Bridgers. Oh, my goodness. I'm thinking college football. Tipped
and
up.
They get it over. It does not hit the rafters.
Back through again. Back and forth action. We like this. My head's going left and right. It's going to good try.
Nice attempt
by the Bridgers.
Number 15.
Yep.
But just doesn't get quite far enough, so point for the Wolverines. And we got a rotation.
A good rally there by both teams.
Is it rally or volley?
Yes and yes. We'll say yes. We'll go with it. Number 44, Genovesa Miller. She comes in, and she will be serving. Rotation issue for the Bridgers. They've got to be set ahead of time. They were not, so it's now 5-3.
I would say the whistle blew, so it was a valid serve.
Yeah, it was a good serve. Bridgers were just moving. You cannot move. Unfortunately, Miller hits it into the net.
4-5 now. Number 10 is serving for the Bridgers, and we have number 15 going out and number 2 coming in.
So again, number 10
the serve.
With the serve. Good contact there. Miller hits it up to Lucarelli, over to Sturgeon. She'll swing. Nice back line. I think they're going to say net violation against the Bridgers.
Yep. So
for the Wolverines.
Now 6-4 in favor of the Wolverines.
This is where it gets a little bit tough as a viewer. You're watching where the ball is, so you don't necessarily see the net all the time.
Rotation, number 23 going out, and number 11, Rosansky, coming in.
There you go. 2 for 2 so far. How about that? You got 18 more to go.
So we've just said that number a couple times tonight. Here's the serve.
Rosansky with the serve. Nice contact. Low, up and off the rafters. It's going to fall. Point for the Wolverines.
So the problem with the going up in the rafters, though, it now comes down to guessing where it's going to land.
And if it stays on your side, it's still live. I got it flipped. I had it flipped. Rosansky, good contact left side there. Back line. Back line by Libero underneath the net, and it's a point for the Wolverines. Now 8-4.
We had someone tying their shoes, so just a little pause there. And then here's the serve from Rosansky.
Line drive once again. She'll get the ace.
No man's land right in between number 2 and the libero number 18.
And it's now 9-4. Wolverines with a run here. Starting to get away in this second set. Rosansky. Good contact. Backs left side. Off the rafters. Nice play by 21. But unfortunately does not get over. Point for the Wolverines. But I will say, good play there by number 21 for the Bridgers. Just unfortunately not high enough or far enough over. So Rosansky once again. Good line drive. Libero with the hit there off the rafters again. Oh my goodness. Talk about unfavorable bounces. That literally, I mean, this post is maybe 2 3/4 of an inch. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's such a small spot, and they went and hit the rafters.
Into the net for Rosansky. Right?
Yep.
Was it Rosansky serving?
Yep, Rosansky was serving.
And then now it's going to be the libero serving for the Bridgers.
Listen, it won't matter because everybody's stuck on that 2 3/4 of an inch comment. How about that? It's a baseball net for when they do inclement weather serving or pitching for baseball, and it
no good
just
because it was
Roster.
a rotation that
rotation.
was not approved.
Yeah, you gotta this rotation.
Oh, no, it was.
Oh.
So it was the FAR official.
Yep, the official said, my fault, my apologies. So everybody's good.
So no point with that one.
Yep.
Just a little misunderstanding.
Yep. That happens sometimes. There's so many moving parts, folks. There's about 20 people they have to be worried about. Served by the Bridgers. Back line, Rosansky over to Lucarelli. She'll tap it up and over. Good play by the front line. It's still scramble. Libero does get it over for the Bridgers. Back up to Lucarelli. Over to Bungar. She'll swing, tap it up and over. Back line scramble. Out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines.
Was the first hit rafter or no?
No, it was
okay.
Just underneath.
I was looking in camera lens, so I wasn't.
Well, now you got me questioning myself.
Right.
Our viewers know. They'll know for sure.
Elsie Sturgeon?
Yep. Elsie Sturgeon with the serve there. Good serve. Back line. Good tap over by Libero.
Nice save.
And a nice play by number 20, Ava Lucarelli. Point for the Wolverines.
Now 13-5. Timeout for the Bridgers.
Yep. We'll take a timeout with both these teams. Wolverines up 13-5. Second set JV match. Welcome back, folks, here at the Lincoln High School Big Gym. 13-5, Wolverines with the second set lead, and overall lead 1-0. Serving is Elsie Sturgeon. Nice line drive, back line. Tapped up to the front line. Bridgers do not get it over. Hit the net, so that makes the score 14-5. This, folks, was just 3-3 about 3.5 minutes ago. You see what I did there? 3 for 3 for 3. It was 3-3.
Now your threes are wild.
It's
like
all over the
deuces
place.
In baseball.
There you go.
All right, there's the point for Wolverines. Now 15-5, tripling up on the Bridgers.
So nice
so
contact.
There's another 3 for you, Brad.
Yep, nice contact by Elsie Sturgeon, and it's now 15-5, 3 times the amount. Backline serve once again. Nice serve by Sturgeon. It makes it now 16-5. And it looks like we're going to be Down to, what, 9 points? Yeah, we're not. Hey, how about that math? 9 divided by 3 is 3. Oh, man. 9 points away from the second set here for the Wolverines. Don't want to jump ahead, but serving has been on point for the Wolverines.
Honestly, serving's been good both sides.
Agreed.
today.
Good contact by the Bridgers and miscommunication.
I'd say trying for a catch, possibly.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like we didn't know what we're doing. So 17-5 now.
All right, Elsie with the serve for the Wolverines once again.
Line drive, contact serve, back line, Miller to Sturgeon, up and over to number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. She'll get it up and over. Bridgers get it back. Nice line drive by number 10. Holy smokes.
And just like that, point for the Bridgers now, 6-17.
It's a good contact by number 10. We'll get you a name, hopefully, for the Bridgers sometime soon. Serving now.
17
Yep.
to serve.
Good call. 17. Good serve there. Lucarelli will tap it up. Delaney will get it back over. Bridgers setting up here. Back line tap up by Miller. Over to Lucarelli. Up for Delaney Sturgeon. Nice strike off the arm. It's down. It's 18-6 Wolverines.
I missed Delaney coming in.
Yep. It caught me off guard, too. It's bad because we should hear a whistle, and I didn't even hear a whistle. As we speak, there's a rotation and a whistle.
Yep.
So
number 17 went out and 13 coming in.
So 13's in, and then for the Wolverines, number 4, Emma Schlafly is coming back in for number 44, Miller.
All right. Trying to get positioning right with this rotation. All right. Now Delaney Sturgeon, number 21, with the serve for the Wolverines.
Here's the contact.
Jump serve.
Good contact. Swings over to the right side, out of bounds, and that makes the score now 19-6. So good serving here by Delaney Sturgeon, the Sturgeons and company. We'll call them that. How about that? That back row, Elsie and Delaney Sturgeon. Nice serve. Unfortunately, a little bit low. The point will go to the Bridgers. Makes it now 19-7 in favor of the Wolverines. So serving now for the Bridgers is number 2. Here's the serve. Back line. I think they're going to say a violation on
rotation
shifting.
violation.
Yep. So point for the Bridgers.
So 8-9, 8 serving 19 now.
Once again, number 2 for the Bridgers serving. Good contact. Back line, Rosansky. It's going to go up and over. Tap back over by, I believe, number 20 for the Bridgers, and that makes the score now 19-9.
Here's the serve.
Contacted by Sturgeon, tapped up over to Delaney Sturgeon. Over the Bridger side, it falls. That makes the score now 20-9. But ready to say 20-6. 20-9.
I was wondering where we were going.
Right.
All right, we got rotation 15 in for number 2, 10 in for 21.
Yep. So number 10's coming in, Amber McQuistion for Delaney Sturgeon.
And 23 in for 11.
So Kyla Vignovich in for Rosansky.
Chloe Bungar will be serving for the Wolverines, number 30.
Line drive serve, a little bit low. Hits the net. It's now 20-10.
All right, we got a rotation.
Substitution.
23 coming in for the libero.
Libero's the one that can check out. It doesn't have to be actually replaced. That's the neat thing. Served by the Bridgers. Back line, a little too far.
And it was out, so point for the Wolverines.
So 21-10. Wolverines just 4 points away from winning this JV match and the first match of the season.
Lucarelli with the serve.
Good line drive serve there up into the rafter area. Bridgers do get it up and over. Tipped by McQuistion to Lucarelli over Elsie Sturgeon, back line.
One of the Sturgeons.
Yep. Good contact. Nice hit by the libero, number 18. Back over to the Wolverine side. Emma will hit it. Back line. Good contact, but again by the Bridgers. Tapped up and over. Bungar on the back line. Up to Lucarelli. Over to Emma. Emma swings. Back line once again. Best rally of the evening Tapped over by Libero. Back line off of number 10, McQuistion. And a good
Point
rally.
for the Bridgers.
Yeah.
Bridgers. 11-21 now.
So Ambridge with their best volley, rally, whatever you want to call it, on the evening. That was probably about 22 to 23 hits. I was trying to keep counting. My head doesn't go past 20 very well.
All right. Rotation number 17 in for number 13.
And serving for the Bridgers will be number 21. Line drive serve. Sturgeon up into the rafters. Hit by Lucarelli. Back over to Sturgeon. Unfortunately, she needed about another foot.
I say, kind of caught her off guard a little bit there. So point for the Bridgers.
She did touch it
now at 12-21.
Line drive serve off of Sturgeon. Up to Lucarelli. Back over to Emma. She'll tap it over. I think they're going to say double tap. So double hit there.
Double hit on the Wolverines. So point for the Bridgers. Now 13-21.
Yep. So double hit there. Again, you can't double hit. Technically, that's 4 hits then as well, so you cannot do a double hit. Line drive serve, back line, McQuistion up for Lucarelli, back to Bungar, taps it up and over, pocket shot. It's still up in the air. Libero does hit it over for the Bridgers, up to Lucarelli, cross to Sturgeon, nice and low. Libero with the dig. Good contact by the Bridgers. Nice pinpoint action.
It was in. Point for the Bridgers, 14-21.
Yeah, number 10 for the Bridgers. She's made a couple of those shots, those cross-corner shots.
Some of these hits are sounding nice and hard.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where we can say, once again, I don't want to be in front of it at all.
Here's the serve from number 21.
Down low to Lucarelli, over to Sturgeon. She'll have to step back a little bit. Libero taps it up. Backline, it's up. Libero is going to swing, and unfortunately, she doesn't get it over. Point for the Wolverines. Now 22-14.
Rotation number 4 for 44, Vessa Miller.
Yep, so Genovesa Miller comes in. She will be serving. Genovesa is sophomore, 5'1", defensive specialist for the Wolverines. Arcing serve there. Backline Libero up through the rafters. Still in play. Tapped by number 10. Hits the front wall, then gets hit by her own player. It does drop, and the point will go to the Bridgers.
All right, number 15 out, and number 2 comes in. And let's see, we got number 10 serving.
Line drive serve. Miller gets it up and over. It stays in play. Vignovich up to Lucarelli. Backline Miller. She'll roll it up and over. Out of the Bridgers side. They set it up. Nice contact off of number 20. Lucarelli into the stands.
Goes to our little student section there.
Yep. And that will make the score now 22-16 in favor of the Wolverines.
I think it kind of hit Macy. I was trying to text him to see if he would take pictures for me.
Bridgers with a run here. Contact by Bungar. Over to McQuistion, and they're going to say, I think, a carry. Double hit. Yep.
Double hit on the Wolverines, so that's a point
and
for
all of
the
a sudden,
Bridgers.
The Bridgers bench is getting into the action here. A little bit of cheer going. 22-17. Good serve. Unfortunately, just out of bounds.
Point for the Wolverines, 23-17.
We have a terrible. What the heck am I trying to say here? We jinx every single time. We say something's going well, and it goes bad.
Number 23 checked out, and Rosansky checks in.
So Rosansky's
she is serving.
And will be serving. Line drive into the net, and the point goes to the Bridgers. Staying alive, only down by 5. Again, folks, 25 points, win by 2. If you are not up by 2.
Rotation there.
Yep.
23 for 20.
Served by the Libero, jump serve, and they're going to say movement by the Wolverines, so the Bridgers get the point. Now 23-19.
See, I was personally thinking it was going to be on the Bridgers because the official wasn't over there when they rotated.
Well, they're able. Yeah, it was quick, but the Bridgers are able to move. The Wolverines cannot shift left and right.
I was saying with the substitution.
Oh, the substitution, okay.
I didn't see the official over there.
Lucarelli up to Bungar off the front net, and just like that, folks, Bridgers hit 20 points. It's now 23-20. Ambridge fighting back here. Here's the serve.
And the libero, number 18.
Clears the net, back over the Bridgers side, off of Allison Sturgeon, out of bounds. And it's now 23-21. And I think we're going to get our first timeout by assistant coach Justin Bennett. We'll take a timeout with them. It's now Wolverines 23-21, second set. All right, folks, welcome back here to the big gym. As we came out of our timeout, a little bit of a good cheer there from the bench for the Bridgers. They're fighting back here. The Wolverines, I believe, had a 16-point lead in this set, and all of a sudden it's 23-21. Bridgers with the serve. Line drive, unfortunately.
Into the net.
Yep. And just
point
like
for
that.
Wolverines, 24-21, set and match point.
How about that? There you go. So set and match point here. Serving is number 7, Elsie Sturgeon. Line drive off of the Bridgers. It's going to fall, and that's it, folks.
And
the Wolverines.
there's the match.
Yep. So the Wolverines win the second set as well, 25-21. So they'll win 2 sets to none. They will officially go to 1-0 on the season. So a good victory for the Wolverines. I would say the key factor in the JV match so far is serving across the board. The Wolverines were very efficient serving and hitting across the net. If that carries over, folks, to the varsity level, look out. This team they may only have 2 seniors, but I tell you what, they are not only, they've got, I think, 8 returners coming back. So this is a team that can go very far if they put the effort in. All right, folks, so Wolverines victorious in the JV match 2-0. It is officially 6:45. That means we're going to have some time, some fill-in time. We're going to take a break. We'll probably take a break to about the top of the hour. We'll chime back in at 7 o'clock. We'll talk about what's coming up for Ellwood City Sports. We'll talk about the tennis match, the girls' tennis match today at Blackhawk. We'll preview soccer tomorrow. We'll also talk about football on Friday. So we'll take a little bit of break here, and we'll chime back in at the top of the hour, 7 o'clock, varsity matchup at 7:30. All right, folks, welcome back here to the Big Gym. We're just going to do some preview here of upcoming sports for Ellwood City Sports. The varsity match will be starting at the bottom of the hour, probably about 7:20 range. We'll chime in and come in. Thad Sturgeon will be here alongside us to make the call, as I'm Brad Windhorse and Dakota Marshall beside me, the cameraman for Ellwood City Sports. We're going to talk a little bit here as a filler, like we always do, about the fall sports so far for Ellwood City. The big one we'll talk about first is golf. Golf is 7 matches in. If I check the schedule, that's more days that's more matches than the number of days that these players have been in school. But yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. Golf started a whole week earlier than normal, and they will be going to their 8th match tomorrow at Union. 3:30 p.m. start from Sylvan Heights. They will be playing, I believe, I got to remember here, the front nine was Shenango, and it flipped to the back nine, so now they're playing the back nine, which is actually the front nine. So Union will be playing the front nine. I know, crazy. Sylvan Heights is Union, Newcastle, Shenango. They all share those, and they actually went and flipped the front nine and back nine completely around at Sylvan Heights. So front nine tomorrow, Union, 3:30 p.m. The golf team will go out. They're 3-4, a little bit of a rough stretch there of 3 games in a row, but I mean, you've got you after Riverside, and they did very well against Riverside. You get Shenango, you get Neshannock, and who am I missing here? There's one I'm missing. Who was it? I forget who I was going to say. There's a 3-headed monster, back-to-back games, and unfortunately, those 3 matches the Wolverines have lost. So they'll drop the 3 and 4. They've got to pretty much win out from here on out on the back end of the schedule to make the top 2 that make playoffs. So we'll keep track on them tomorrow at Union, 3:30 p.m. The flip side that just got underway, all these teams have played one game. Co-ed soccer started last night. They played at Mohawk. We have a couple pictures out there. A tough one, a program that is co-ed sponsored, and a program that was disbanded a couple years back, came back, and they're trying to rebuild. And I know the numbers are up this year. They've got a lot more players, which is good. So unfortunately, they did lose the Mohawks 17-0. So they'll be playing tomorrow, home, 3:30 p.m. versus Hopewell. We are going to try, keyword try, a live mobile stream of their game. It all depends on internet up at Stiefel Park. Also, girls tennis today just finished about half hour ago. They did lose the Blackhawk 4 games to 1, so they'll go to 0-1 on the season. Very young team, only a couple seniors here, and more importantly, a tough schedule. If you go on our website, www.ecwolverines.com, and check out our Twix opening episode of the season, we talk about their section. It is insane. They got Beaver, you got Quaker Valley, you got Central Valley, you got Sewickley Academy. It is just insane what the girls' tennis team has to deal with Beaver County. Finally, football is underway. They did play last Friday. We had a great stream. You can check it out on our website or YouTube page. Type in Ellwood City Wolverines. Turn on your subscribe.
While you're there,
keep
subscribe
your notifications on.
And hit the bell so you get notifications every time we go live.
Yep, and we do the same thing. I know, Dakota, you and I were sitting here. We got the alert saying 30 minutes to our stream. It's kind of nice that we are alerted about our own stream. It kind of was a reminder. How about that? Football did lose to Brentwood 34-21.
Well, that one wasn't the reminder. That one was after you went live.
That's true.
We got
I got the 30 minutes to our stream, which was pretty cool.
I probably did too, but I was driving in the process of that.
So, yes, football did get underway. They did lose to Brentwood, and they traveled down to Brentwood 34-21. But one of the most competitive games we've seen in several years here. And I know you, Dakota, you were talking about how I like to complain about things, and I do. I love complaining about things. Football, we never once had to worry about a running clock, nothing, which was great. We were engaged the entire time.
Yeah, no mercy rule or
nothing, no
so
mercy
that was
rule.
Good.
And that was a good one. So this Friday at Union, we should be there. We're clarifying whether or not we're going to be inside the press box or not. They have a small press box there. Union, 7 o'clock, we'll have week 1. I know it sounds weird thinking that this is technically week 1 as football is week 0, but there you go. So there's all the sports coming up. And we want to also include volleyball. Volleyball travels tomorrow night. They're at Southside for JV and varsity. But we will have their next home match, which will be Saturday. Varsity's, I believe, is at noon. I want to say JV.
I'm verifying. Hold on.
It's either 10:30 or 11. It's usually an hour and a half in between, so I'm assuming 10:30. But once Dakota verifies that time. So a lot of sports going on for the Wolverines. We're going to keep you up to date. We do have an official roster for Ambridge, so we got that ready to go. So we got a lot of things here. We're going to chime back in here in a couple minutes. We're going to take a little bit of a break. Expect about I would say right around a 7:20, 25 range start here. We'll have Thad Sturgeon, Dakota Marshall, and myself here on the call. So we'll take a short little break and come back for the varsity matchup.
Looks like it is 11 and noon.
Okay,
on
so
Saturday.
11 and noon on Saturday. All right, we'll take a little break, and we'll bring you varsity matchup, Ellwood City versus Ambridge. Hi there, folks. Welcome to Lincoln High School Big Gym. As tonight we've got a great matchup at the varsity level. It is yours, Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the Ambridge Bridgers. Travel up from Beaver County to take on this non-conference matchup here to start and kick off the season. This was scheduled to be the second matchup for the Wolverines. Unfortunately, last night's game against Central Valley was postponed till October 17th, so this is number one on the year for the Wolverines. Hi there, folks. My name is Brad Windhorse alongside Dakota Marshall. Thad Sturgeon, unfortunately, did get held up working. We all have jobs beyond this, so he got held up at on the farm, so he will not make it tonight, unfortunately. So it is what it is. You're stuck with us tonight. We're going to have our national anthem, our SSB. We'll have introductions for both teams, and we'll get this match underway. So national anthem first. All right, there is our national anthem. We'll get the direction here by the announcer, Gary Rosansky. Once we start, we're going to start with the Ambridge Bridger starters, as we do officially now have a varsity roster. So we do try to announce everybody's names as best as we can in pronunciation, so we do apologize if we pronounce a name wrong. So here we go.
Number 14.
Ambridge. Number 14, Ann Harinko, a senior outside hitter for the Bridgers.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Sam Ellenberger, a senior.
Number 11.
Number 11, Naomi Pedigo, the senior for the Bridgers.
Number 6.
Number 6, Ava Timmons, junior setter for the Bridgers.
Number 1.
Number 1 being Jordan Garrison, the junior.
Number 22.
Number 22, Jamison France, the junior. Number 16, Bree Dawmans, junior defensive specialist.
18.
Number 18, Abby Reeves, a sophomore defensive specialist.
Number 15.
Number 15 being Savannah Jones, a sophomore defensive specialist.
And number 10.
And number 10 being Mackenzie Keber, sophomore outside hitter. The head coach is Carly Humphreys, and the assistant coach is Rachel Georgiakis. And now for your 2022-2023 Ellwood City Lady Wolverines. Number 21, sophomore, 5'9", Delaney Sturgeon.
Number 3.
The sophomore, number 3, Emma Figueroa.
Number 22.
Number 22, junior, 5'4", Ellie Calantis.
Number 5.
Number 5, junior, 5'5", number 5, Lena Nacera.
Number 12.
Number 12, junior, 6 foot, Claire Noble. Number 24, senior, 5'6", Alyssa Donley.
Number 13.
And number 13, senior, 5'10", Morgan Hooker. The head coach for the Wolverines is Jenna Ricciuti. The assistant coaches is Justin Bennett, Joe Ricciuti, Julian Kahn, and Michelle Nacera. So again, this is the kickoff night for volleyball, as volleyball started last night. The game against Central Valley got postponed till the October 17th. So the Wolverines kick off tonight. Then they'll play tomorrow night at Southside. They'll take a little trip down to Beaver County. And then on Saturday, back here, 11 o'clock JV, noon. I was going to say midnight. I don't know who plays at midnight, but noon.
Not
varsity,
either one of us.
Yeah, and that's a big one because on Saturday, not only is it a Saturday game, but more importantly, they are playing in the Rivell Cup. They're playing Riverside.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, a couple of rules here. You play best of 5 sets. You got to win 3. Each set goes to 25 points. You have to win by 2. If you're not winning by 2, we continue on until somebody wins by 2. Rafters are in play. If it stays on your side, then it's still in play. If it goes on your side and goes across, it does not count. It's a point for the opposing team. The Ambridge Bridgers are in the maroon, and the Wolverines are in your royal blue. All right, so
we got officials checking rosters and who's on the court.
Yep,
court.
You're going to see
I was going to say field.
Yeah, you're going to see fast-paced action, a lot of substitutions, and one of the most important things is beyond the libero, substitutions. You got to have numbers in the correct order. People got to be in the right rotation. If you saw the first matchup tonight, the JV, there was a lot of rotation errors across the board. So
I don't actually see liberos for either team.
Right. That's intriguing. Maybe there's not a libero for both teams.
Yeah, I don't see one for
How
either
about
one.
That? That's a little bit different. And you know what? You are correct, because I would have had a libero listed. Interesting. Maybe you and I should put on like a white shirt and we'll go out there. We'll be liberos. It wouldn't be pretty.
I don't know. I
would
mean,
hit the rafters multiple times.
It wouldn't be pretty, but I mean, I play volleyball out at Victory.
It's been a while. It's been a while. We unfortunately did.
I do weekends and stuff. I do hangouts up at Victory Family Church, so we do volleyball a couple times. So it looks like the Bridgers will start out with serving with number 6.
Yep, so number 6, the junior, Ava Timmons, will get us kicked off here.
Actually, we have a rotation to start with. Number 22 going out and number 18 coming in.
Yep, so number 18, Abby Reeves. Sometimes rosters aren't in the right rotation. You can rotate in. It's a little bit miscommunication, but it all works out. So here we go. Ambridge kicking us off. Ava Timmons. There's the serve. Back line there for the Wolverines. Up to Delaney Sturgeon. Over to Morgan Hooker. Back line of the Bridgers. Swing there off the net. Good save by Claire, but 3 touches, and the Bridgers will start off. The Bridgers will start off with the first point.
All right, Timmons with the serve.
Line drive there, back line off of Donley, up to Figuerell. She'll tap it up to Morgan Hooker. She'll swing it over. No man's land. It's a point for the Wolverines, 1-1. So there's your first point of the evening and the varsity season. I'll go to number 13, Morgan Hooker. Yeah, you're right, both teams.
Number 5, Lena Nacera now with the serve.
Off the middle there, back line, tipped up by the Bridgers. They do get over. Number 14, Harinko. Back line there for Claire. Noble over to Donley. It drops and falls.
It's in. Point for the Wolverines.
It's now 2-1 Wolverines.
Lena Nacera with the serve once again.
Nacera, junior, 5'5" setter for the Wolverines. Good contact back line once again. Goes to the front line. There's a good contact. Nice play there by number 1, Jordan Garrison, off of the back line of the Wolverines. It's now even 2-2.
Number 1 now serving for the Bridgers.
That is a junior outside hitter, Jordan Garrison. She comes up to the line. Good contact back line there by Figuerell. It's going to go out of play.
Right into our nice-sized student section we have right in front of us, Brad.
And I tell you what, Morgan Hooker looked over and said, "You guys okay?" Yep. So 3-2 lead for the Bridgers. Garrison with the serve. Contact there by Donley off the rafters. Back up by Figuerell. No man's land.
They get it over.
Does get it over. Back over to the Bridgers side. Tapped down by Delaney Sturgeon. Hands up, and it's 3-3.
So now we got Delaney Sturgeon, number 21, will be serving for the Wolverines.
Delaney, one of the many sophomores for the Wolverines. Outside line there, up through the rafters. Back over to number 14. Good tap, back to Delaney, up by Nacera, over by Claire Noble. Back line of the Bridgers through the rafters. Set up here once again, number 14, Harinko. Good contact, Noble. Nacera over to Donnelly. She'll swing. Comes right back to sender, and it's now 4-3 Bridgers as it falls on the Wolverines side.
Seeing a little different dynamic than what we were seeing in JV here, Brad.
Yeah.
We got a rotation, number
15?
16 came in.
So Bree Dobbins.
11 went out. And then 22 coming in for 18.
And Jamison France for the Bridgers. Serving
serve.
is Dobbins. Back line, out of bounds. And that'll even it up.
For the Wolverines, 4 all.
So back and forth here to start this match, 4-4.
Morgan Hooker now with the serve.
Good serve, back line. It's going to go farther back. They will recover. France does get it over. Hooker back up to Nacera, over to Donnelly. She'll swing, back line. They're going to say, I think, net violation by the Bridgers.
Wolverines.
So we're following a trend here. You get a point, I get a point. Dakota, you and I, unfortunately, we don't get points.
Nope. Morgan Hooker with the serve.
Nice serve by
Hits
Hooker.
off number 16 and then goes out of bounds. Point Wolverines, now 6-4.
So Morgan will indirectly get the first quote-quote ace of the season for the Wolverines as she will continue to serve now 3 points in a row.
Is it an ace? Because I thought 16 hit it.
It's still, because it's on that side, still technically.
I thought an ace was like a no-hitter kind of thing.
Figueroa with the hit there, back over the Bridger side, off the rafters. They're still in play. Contact off the wall, back over once again. Delaney Sturgeon over to Nacera, up for Donnelly. She'll swing, back line. Through the rafters, it comes through still.
Judging good with that one.
Off the wall by France, back up by the Wolverines, set up for Claire Noble. Strike, back to Noble again. Strike number 2.
And point for the Wolverines, now 7-4.
Good defense by the Bridgers, but better offense by the Wolverines.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking biggest lead so far of this match.
Yes, 7-4 lead for Ellwood City. Hooker with the serve. It drops in, hits off the rafters. Backline recovers. Swing over by Timmons. It falls. Nice play there by number 6, save of Timmons, and it's now 7-5.
Morgan Hooker tried to save it, but just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, that middle area for both teams, kind of no man land. You got to shift and move and make plays.
Number 8 with the serve now.
So Ellenberger hits the net, and the point will go back to the Wolverines.
8-5.
First set here from Lincoln High School Big Gym. Nice crowd, and I tell you what, the football team has come out and supported. I know I have also seen boys tennis here. A lot of fans here from the student section.
All right, number 24 serving for the Wolverines.
Here's the serve by Donnelly. Back line there, set up by the Bridgers, out of bounds. Wolverines.
Another point for the Wolverines.
Now up 9-5. Number 24 again. That is Alyssa Donnelly, senior, 5'6", outside hitter. One of 2 seniors on the Wolverines line. Good contact off the serve, bounces around. It falls on Bridger's side. It's a point for the Wolverines. So the Wolverines doubled up the Bridgers so far, 10-5. And we're going to get our first timeout by the Bridgers. We'll take a timeout with them. 10-5, first set, Ellwood City. All right, folks, welcome back here to the Lincoln High School Big Gym. 10-5 lead for the Wolverines. Serving once again is Alyssa Donley, number 24. Line drive serve just out of bounds.
Point for the Bridgers, now 6, serving 10.
And it's something you don't necessarily want to see too often. Coming out of a timeout, you got a 5-point lead.
Yeah,
and
capitalize
service
on
error
that.
is not always the best.
All right, number 14 with the serve for the Bridgers.
That is Ann Harinko. Good contact left side there to Delaney Sturgeon. Front line, played by Nasser. She gets it over
Nice
to Noble.
save.
Yep, nice save by the Wolverines. Front line, tap over by number 1. Saved by Donley. Over to Claire Noble. She'll strike it down. Point for the Wolverines.
I don't think the Bridgers realized it was over. They were still playing the ball.
Yes.
All right, now we got number 3 up for serving.
Sophomore Emma Figueroa. Backline serve there. A little trouble here. Bridgers will get out of it. Hit over by number 16, Dobbins. Over to Nasser. Back over to Claire Noble. Contact. It drops.
It's in. Point for Wolverines. Now doubled up once again, 12-6.
That front line for the Wolverines. They got some length between Delaney, Morgan Hooker, and Claire Noble. A lot of length there.
Figueroa with the serve once again.
Line drive serve, and they're going to say rotation error by the Wolverines. And that's a point for the Bridgers.
So now 7-12. There we go. I was waiting for it to update after I said it. So now we got rotation number 11 coming in for 16 for the Bridgers.
So number 11 being Naomi Pedigo, a senior middle hitter.
Number 22 is going to be serving for
Jamison France. Good serve by Jamison France, out of bounds. And the point will go to the Bridgers.
It's now 8-12.
Yep. So good serve there by France once again. Line drive, unfortunately, a little bit short into the net. Point to the Wolverines.
Another rotation, number 18 coming in for number 22.
So Abby Reeves, sophomore defensive specialist for the Bridgers. We saw her as the libero for the JV team.
Claire
Good
Noble
contact.
with the serve for Ellwood, number 12.
Front line back save there by Figueroa. Tapped over by Delaney Sturgeon. She'll hit it once again. Sets it right over the net. Back to the Bridgers
To the
side.
rafters.
Tapped over by number 14, Harinko. Back to the front line to Sarah. Up to Delaney. She'll tap it down. I think they're going to say she unfortunately carried, or no, 4 touches.
4 hits.
Yep, they're going to say officially 4 hits by the Wolverines. It's now 13-9. Substitution by the Bridgers. Number 8, a senior, Sam Ellenberger, will come back in for number 10, Mackenzie Keber for the Bridgers.
And we got, I want to say number 6. Yes, number 6 serving
Junior
for the Bridgers.
Ava Timmons.
Jump serve.
Just
and
out
it
of
is
bounds.
out. Or no, it is in.
Wait.
No, out.
They're
Okay.
going to say, yep, they're going to say point for the Bridgers. I'm going to say it was out of bounds. Yeah, but they're going to give the point to the Bridgers.
Your flagger said it was out.
Yep, Timmons once again. It drops in front of Claire Noble, and another point for the Bridgers. 13-11. Once again, number 6, Ava Timmons serving for the Bridgers. Back line there. Figueroa sits it up across the net. Tapped up here. Swing there. Off of the front line. Down by Timmons. And all of a sudden, it's now 13-12. So, good rally of points here by the Bridgers to almost even this one up. Timmons with the serve. Line drive. Noble up to Nasser. Nice swing there. Delaney down. Back over to the Bridgers side. To the wall. It doesn't clear. And that's a point for the Wolverines. I tell you what.
Break up that streak a little bit.
Yep, and a nice play by number 5, Landon Nasser, with her right hand swinging it up. And, hey, you get the point, you get the reward to serve. Nasser with the serve. Middle of the court there. Bridgers set it up here by getting it over the net to Nasser. Up for Morgan Hooker off that front line, and I think they're going to say
4 touches
hits.
once again on the Wolverines. Point for the Bridgers, now 12-14.
Yep, that was not blocked by the wall. That went off of the net, so that would have been a 4th touch.
Number 1 with the serve for the Bridgers. Jump serve.
Jordan Garrison with the serve. Good serve. Delaney keeps it in play. Claire Noble up and over. It's still in play. Bridgers set it up here for number 14, Harinko. Back line. Over to Dawn Lee. She'll swing. Back line just out of bounds. Point for the Bridgers. And it's tied 14-14. So now serving is Jordan Garrison, Jr. once again. Here's a serve. Back line, Dawn Lee up to Nacera. Morgan Hooker, she'll swing. Good set up there by the Bridgers. Number 6, Timmons back to her. It's going to fall. Point for the Wolverines.
Hitting off the rafters, I believe.
Yep, so still in play, and unfortunately it drops and hits the floor. 15-14 point for the Wolverines.
Delaney Sturgeon, number 21, now serving for the Wolverines.
Here's the serve, up and over. Hit off the rafters. Bridgers do get it back over. Nacera up to Delaney Sturgeon. Over to Donnelly. It will still be in play. Tapped up. Oh, I jinxed it.
They both thought they were going for it, so they both stopped.
Yep, and the point will go to the Wolverines. Just as I said that, it just stops and drops.
Delaney with the serve once again.
Jump serve. Fortunately, down into the court. The point will go to the Bridgers, now 16-15.
Rotation, number 16 coming in for 11.
Bree Dobbins.
And number 8 will be serving for the Bridgers. Oh, never mind.
Yep, we're going to switch here. 22.
Number 16 serving for the Bridgers.
Yep, Jamison France came in. Serving is Bree Dobbins. Back to Noble, up to Nacera. She'll set up. Noble once again, tapped up and over. Up into the rafters, set up to the front line. Tapped over by Harinko. Back over to Noble. Up to Nacera. Now Hooker, back line. Nice play by the Bridgers. Tapped up and over. Donnelly makes the save. Nacera back over to Donnelly. She'll tap it up over the front line. And once again, missed communication.
Falls once again, point for the Wolverines, now 17-15.
One of the biggest things that we saw in that JV matchup, communication breakdown. You got to be able to communicate with each other.
Now number 13, Morgan Hooker with the serve for the Wolverines.
In play to the Bridgers. They'll set it up in the front line there. Tapped up by France. It doesn't clear. Point for the Wolverines, 18-15.
Kind of going directly to the official with that one.
She almost
caught it. I saw her reach up. Morgan with the serve once again.
Good serve, back line there. It's going to go into the bench. It falls. Point for the Wolverines, 19-15.
I think our officials are kind of confusing their hand signals a little bit. All right, timeout by the Bridgers.
Yep, so we'll take a timeout with them. 19-15, Wolverines with the lead. All right, folks, welcome back to the Big Gym here in Ellwood City. In this kickoff match between the Bridgers and the Wolverines, 19-15, first set here. Good run by Ambridge to tie it up 14-all, and since then a 5-1 run for the Wolverines as they look to close out this first set.
Coming out of that timeout, we got Morgan Hooker, number 13, with the serve for the Wolverines.
There's a serve, good contact by the Bridgers, set up here for France. She'll go and tap it up over that wall. Nice play by Donnelly. Donnelly up to Nacera. Over to Noble. She'll get it over to the Bridgers side. Bridgers set up on their offense. Nice swing there by number 6 save at Timmons. It falls 19-16.
And number 8 will be serving for the Bridgers.
So Sam Ellenberger, senior right striker for the Bridgers. I believe she may have been the one that actually made that play, so I do apologize. Number 8, Sam Ellenberger. Good serve there. Back line for the Wolverines, set up by Nasser. Up for Figueroa, too far, and it's now 19-17.
Out of bounds, point for the Bridgers. I'm like stumbling over the word Bridgers.
Right? Well, I'm thinking Bridges. I'm thinking London's falling. London's bridge. It's just all over the place.
Here's the serve.
Good contact there by Ellenberger, and they're going to say, I believe, a carry or 2.
Yep, double hit on the Wolverines. Point for the Bridgers, now 18-19.
So good timeout call there by the Bridgers, and all of a sudden 3 points gets them, or sorry, 4 points. Yeah, 3 points gets them back into it. Backline by Donnelly, nice play there. Set up for Hooker, swing too far.
Now 19-all.
Yeah, the momentum swinging back to
The
Ambridge.
Number 8 with the serve once again for Ambridge.
Ellenberger once again, jump serve, nice serve, back to Hooker, up to Nasser, she'll set it up for Noble, swing, and it's down.
There we go, point for the Wolverines,
Nice
now
strike.
20-19.
A nice strike by Noble.
We got a rotation here, number 8 going out and number 10 coming in for the Bridgers.
So Ellenberger out, number 10, Mackenzie Keber, sophomore, comes into play.
24, Donnelly with the serve.
Here's the serve, nice line drive, back line, good serve by Donnelly, it catches the Bridgers, not looking, and a point for the Wolverines.
I was waiting to see if I actually said the right name or not.
Yep. Getting up slow is number 6, Ava Timmons, for the Bridgers. She had to reach pretty far, and folks, she's up and she's okay now. It is not fun to slide on any court, let alone a basketball court. So she is good to go. Ava Timmons back in that front line. She's okay. A little bit sore.
She's talking to the official right now.
Officials will clear. She's good to go. It's a long stretch, and that's on the. A slide is not easy on your knees.
Here's the serve.
And right as we said that, there's Timmons right into play. Back over to the Wolverines side. Nasser will set it up for Figueroa. She'll strike off the back line. It will go out of bounds. 22-19 Wolverines. So 3-point lead for the Wolverines, 22-19.
Play to 25, got to win by 2.
Yep, there's the serve. Bridgers get it up over to Hirinko. She'll get it up and over, about a foot out of bounds.
Out. So point for the Wolverines, now 23-19.
And the Wolverines are getting close to closing out this first set, just 2 points away.
Donnelly with the serve once again for Wolverines.
Line drive, back line, nice serve there. It's going to catch the Bridgers, not on par. Francis with a good try.
Set point now.
Yep. So 24-19 set point for the Wolverines. Donnelly with the serve. Line drive, back line. It falls for an ace. And there's the first set to the Wolverines. They officially win 25-19.
That was a nice comeback by the Wolverines.
It was.
On that one.
It was. I'll give credit to the Bridgers. They fought back, and after that timeout, they tied it up. I believe it was 19-all or 19-18, somewhere in that range. But the Wolverines do close it out, 25-19. So they'll take the 1-0 lead in terms of sets.
Looks like about 3 minutes in between these sets.
A little extra time here. So we'll take a timeout. As it's 1-0 Wolverines, we'll bring you second set action here at the Lincoln High School Big Gym. right, folks, welcome back here to the Big Gym in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as we are kicking off varsity volleyball action here in Ellwood City. Again, catch our next live stream of volleyball Saturday, noon kickoff between Ellwood City and Riverside, the next edition of the Rivell Cup. I believe if you're keeping track with me, Ellwood City is up 1-0 on Riverside this year in all sports.
All right, so we're checking both sides, make sure who's out there is supposed to be out there.
Yep.
And it looks like number 5, Lena Nacera, will be starting off the second set for the Wolverines with the serve.
Again, if you're joining us, only 2 seniors on this volleyball team, a lot of youth. But with that being said, 8, count them, 8 returning starters, or even 7 for that matter. Couple substitutions starter-wise, returning from last year's playoff team. So Wolverines are looking to not only get back in the playoffs, but look to do some damage once again for the 3rd or 4th year in a row. There's the whistle, and we're underway. Nacera's serve is the back line, set up for the Bridgers. And I think they're going to say a
double hit on the Bridgers. First point goes to the Wolverines in the second set.
Yep, so good start by the Wolverines. Nacera once again with the serve. Perfect in the back line. Up to the Bridgers. Timmons, she'll tip it over. Nice play by Claire Noble and Figueroa.
Very nice save.
Back over to number 1 off the wall. It falls on the Bridgers side. 2-0 Wolverines. So good attempt by Jordan Garrison, but she hit it right into the wall of, I believe, Delaney Sturgeon and Morgan Hooker.
And that was a nice save.
Yep.
Was it Claire with the save on that one?
That was a good block by Delaney. Figueroa with the save.
Okay.
Nacera with the serve. Back line here over the net. And I think they're going to say lane violation. Net violation by the Bridgers. They reached over that net. It's now 3-0 Wolverines.
They held up 6 fingers. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so it's reaching up over, I believe. All right, Nacera with the serve. 3-0 lead for the Wolverines. Back over to Wolverines. Lady Sturgeon! Woo-hoo! Oh, boy!
Point for the Wolverines. Now
right back at you. 4-0. And there was no doubt about that one. That was going right down. She needed that. She definitely needed it. Nacera serves. 4-0 Wolverines. Nice backward spin. Back line for the Bridgers. Set up for number 1. Garrison too hard. They're going to say a double hit, I believe.
Net.
No. Yep.
Net on.
Net violation? Yeah, I want to say net violation against the Wolverines. It's
Delaney,
now 4-1.
I'm thinking, with the net violation.
Yeah, I saw 2-1. So net violation. Bridgers serving.
Timmons now with the serve. And we have number 18 coming in for number 22 for the Bridges.
Abby Reeves comes in. It's an offense to defensive switch there. Timmons with the serve. Jump serve into the net. Point will go to the Wolverines. It's now 5-1. So now serving will be number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. Jump serve back over to the Bridger side, up through the rafters. Set up there on the close side, over by Harenko. Back to Sturgeon, up to Nacera. Over to Donley. She'll swing it. Come back off the rafters. Nice play there by Timmons. Off the wall by Garrison. It doesn't clear. 6-1
for the Wolverines. Delaney with the serve once again.
Better efficient start here by the Wolverines. 6-1.
Jump serve.
Off the rafters. You cannot do that. So point for the Wolverines. Again, folks, if it hits the rafters, it has to stay on your side before it goes over. So that hit the rafter. It fell. It does not work out. So back to Sturgeon. And unfortunately into the net. I know a couple people were asking in social media, do they switch sides? No, they do not. That is the home court advantage. Every team has home court, so the home team gets to decide what side they're on. Served by the Bridgers.
Number 1 with that serve.
Or the Bridgers, sorry. Donnelly hits it, back line there by number 1, Garrison.
Point for the Wolverines, now 8-2.
Yep.
Looks like Morgan Hooker is going to be serving for the Wolverines, number 13.
5'10", one of the 2 seniors. Line drive serve. Nice serve coming our way. Nice catch by the student section there. And that will make the score 9-2 Wolverines. Hooker with the serve. Line drive once again. This time it comes back over to her. Back up to Nasera. She'll set up Donnelly. She'll swing off that front wall. Nasera with a nice save. Off the wall. It falls on Bridges' side. It's now 10-2 Wolverines. So give credit where it's due. Number 5, junior Lena Nasera, laying it out on the court. Good serve there by Hooker. Bridges set up. Timmons will tap it up and over. Hit there by Donnelly. Up to the line. Nasera once again. Back over to Donnelly. She's going to carry it. And unfortunately, point for the Bridgers. Man, I'm going to butcher that. Whew. At least it's not Tigers and Bears. Bridgers.
Number 11 serving. Number 18 subbed out for number 22.
So Naomi Pettigo with the serve. Hit up by Figueroa. Over to Nasera. Back over to Claire Noble. She'll swing. Backline saved there by the Bridgers. Off that front line, tapped up. Save. That will count. If it goes, it does not.
Point for the Bridgers, now 4-10.
So a little short there by number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. Point to the Bridgers. Good start by the Wolverines. Bridgers are going to have to battle back. And unfortunately, that's not how you do it. Serve out of bounds. That makes the score 11-4 now, Wolverines.
We also got a substitution. Number 11 checking out, number 15 checking in.
Okay, first time we've seen 15, Savannah Jones for the
Number
Bridgers.
24, Donnelly with the serve for the Wolverines.
Line drive serve, back line there, up into the rafters. Set up there, gonna be hit over. Deep line there, gets up and over to Donnelly, up to Nasera, over to Noble. She'll swing, it's down.
Another point for the Wolverines, now 12-4, tripling up on the Bridgers.
So nice run of points here to start off the second set. Again, best of 5. Donnelly with the serve. Line drive, back line there, set up by the Bridgers. Over, and they're going to say, I believe, a carry or a double hit.
Double hit
there it is.
On the Bridgers. So point for the Wolverines, now 13-4.
Fast action here. Top of the hour, almost 8 o'clock.
Here's the serve by Donnelly.
Line drive, good serve all over the net. Set up by the Bridgers. Over by Harinka. Back line there. Unfortunately, Sturgeon hits it cross court. Point to the Bridgers.
Now 5 serving 13. Number 8 is going to be serving for the Bridgers.
So Sam Ellenberger, we've called her name a couple times tonight. Jump serve. Back line, Hooker gets it up and over, but it's out of bounds. Nice play there by Savannah Jones, recognizing it. I think she had a little bit of help from her teammates there saying, don't touch the ball. 13-6 Wolverines.
Here's the serve once again by Ellenberger.
Ellenberger with the serve there. Back line to Donnelly. Donnelly up to Nasera. Up to Figueroa. She'll tap it up and over. Did it touch the wall? Did it touch the wall? They're going to say it did touch the wall. So that's a point for the Wolverines. Yes, it did get a lot of bounds, but it was tipped. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct or not. It was our cam is straight on, so it's a tough one.
All right, substitution number 10 coming in for number 8. And then we have number 3, Emma Figueroa, with the serve for the Wolverines.
So here's a serve by Figueroa. Line drive, nice action there on the serve. Over by France. Back line there, unfortunately caught Figueroa and Donnelly off guard. Point to the Bridgers, 14-7.
We got a rotation now. Genovesa Miller coming in for Donnelly.
Yep, so Miller's in for Donnelly.
Okay. I was saying Donnelly.
Yep, Alyssa Donnelly and Genovesa Miller.
Number 14 now with the serve for the Bridgers.
It's Ann Harinko. She's been up with that front line there, making some good contact. Line drive. Woo-hoo-hoo.
But out of bounds.
It is a good thing.
Point for the Wolverines.
It's a good thing, and she won't mind me saying it's a good thing Miller is a little bit shorter on that back line because she just missed it.
All right, number 12, Claire Noble serving now for the Wolverines.
So here's the serve by Noble. Drops in for an ace for Claire Noble. It's now 16-7 Wolverines.
And timeout by the Bridgers, I believe.
Yep. So we'll take a timeout with them. Before we take that timeout, folks,
there's our student section cheering us on.
Yep. You can catch all the action out on our website, www.ecwolverines.com, and our YouTube page, Ellwood City Wolverines. 16-7, second set action. All right, folks, welcome back here to Lincoln High School Big Gym. 16-7 lead by the Wolverines. Serving is going to be junior, number 12, Claire Noble. She's the tallest player officially for the Wolverines, 6 foot. Serve goes out of bounds. Point will go to the Bridgers, 16-8. So again, Wolverines not capitalizing on those timeouts. That's the second time.
Yeah, we saw that in JV.
Yeah, a lot of times out of that timeout, the Bridgers have taken advantage where the Wolverines have not.
So we got a rotation, 15 going out, number 11 came in, and then number 22 serving for the Bridgers.
So Pedigo in and France serving. Back line there by Miller. Set up by Nasser, over to Noble, line drive, a little too far, point for the Bridgers.
Now 9-16 in this second set.
There's a serve by France, line drive, nice serve. Good play there by Noble. I think they're going to say double hits.
Yep. Double hit on the Wolverines, point for the Bridgers, now 10-16.
France with the serve. Into the net, point for the Wolverines. And that will shut down a little bit of a streak there by the Bridgers.
Number 22 going out, number 18 coming in for the Bridgers. And then number 5, Lena Nacera with the serve for Ellwood.
And coming in for the Wolverines is number 30, Chloe Bungar. She checks in for Miller. It's a couple substitutions. Kind of that mid-set range here, 17-10. Serving is Nacera. Good serve off that side, just out of bounds. Point for the Bridgers.
All right, number 6, Timmons will be serving for the Bridgers. Number 8 came in for number 10.
So Ellen Berger back in for the Bridgers. Number 6, Timmons with the serve. Good serve, back line there, tipped up by Figueroa, set up by Noble. To no man's land. Unfortunately, everybody in the back row there, point for Ambridge. So a little bit of miscommunication. That's your first game jitters, shall we say. Got to figure that one out. Timmons
with serve.
Backline Figueroa. She'll tap it up. Set up there by Nasser. She'll take charge. Over to Delaney off the rafters. It's going to count for the Bridgers because you cannot hit the rafters before crossing. So that is a point for the Bridgers. If that didn't hit the rafter, it's okay.
All right, Timmons had to tie her shoes, but now we are ready to go. Here's the serve.
Line drive backside there, Figueroa once again up to Nacera. She'll set up Noble. This time she strikes a little bit more inbounds. Point for the Wolverines.
Now 18-13. Delaney Sturgeon, number 21, will be serving for the Wolverines.
Jump serve once again. Curls inbounds, in play off the rafters. Set up here all the way over to Ellenberger. She gets it up over. Bungar will hit it back over. Tap back over to the Wolverines side. Set up by Figueroa over to Bungar. She'll have to swing backwards. It goes up and over. Set up here off the wall. Jordan Garrison gets it down. Point for the Bridgers. Bridgers fighting back here, 18-14.
Number 1 now serving for the Wolverines.
Garrison.
Yep, Bridgers,
you're okay. Yep, Garrison gets it in for the Bridgers. Backline hooker. Nice play there by Ambridge. Down off of Noble, kind of keeping herself in check there. Backline off the rafters. Unfortunately, off of Garrison. Point for the Wolverines. So a lot better play here in the second set by Ambridge. They're hanging tough. They just got to get a couple points together. Flip side, Wolverines still continuing off that serve.
Number 13, Morgan Hooker with the serve.
Rafters comes, drops down through. Garrison, unfortunately, wrong direction. A little too far for number 18, Abby Reeves. Point for the Wolverines.
20-14.
That first set there, once again, 25-19 in favor of the Wolverines.
Serve.
Into the corner here. Front line, right at the wall. Tapped over by Harinka. She'll get it down. Number 14, Ann Harinko with the point. 20-15. And I think we're going to have a substitution, maybe. Maybe. France should be coming in for Reeves.
Number 22 for number 18.
And Naomi Pedigo, number 11, serving. There's the serve. Delaney Sturgeon hits it up. Nasera will set it up for Noble. She'll swing. Nice contact off Pedigo. Point for the Wolverines, 21-15.
All right, now number 15 coming in for 11 for the Bridgers.
Savannah Jones checks in.
And number 30, Chloe Bungar with the serve for the Wolverines.
6-point lead for the Wolverines. Nice line drive strike there off the back wall. Serve
for the Wolverines, 22-15 now.
Wolverines starting to pull away.
Once again, you played at 25. You have to win by 2.
Bungar with the serve here. Back line off of Jones, out of bounds again, and it's now 23-15. And I think we're going to have a timeout taken by
the
Ambridge.
Bridgers.
We'll take a timeout with them. 23-15 lead, Wolverines. All right, folks, welcome back here to Ellwood City. 23-15 lead for the Wolverines. Second set, got to win best of 5. Chloe Bungar, number 30, the sophomore, 5'8", is going to try to close this one out. Take a 2-0 lead for the Wolverines. We'll get the whistle here shortly. There's the whistle.
Here's the serve.
Back line there for the Bridgers. They're going to struggle to get it over. They do. Set up by Bungar. Sarah will recover. Over by Hooker. Into the ground. Point to the Bridgers.
For the Bridgers, now 16-23.
And the timeouts continue. Every timeout the Bridgers have done so far in this match, every next point has gone to Ambridge.
Number 8 with the serve, Ellenberger.
Hooker up to Nasser. She'll just tap it up and over the wall. Set up for Harinko. She'll tap it up and over. It's down.
Point for Ambridge.
23-17. I like the communication of this front line for the Bridgers. They've had a couple opportunities now to get back into it.
Here's the serve. Jump serve.
Off the net. It will drop off of Figueroa. Point for Ambridge. Now 23-18.
Here's the serve.
By Ellenberger once again. A line drive, back line. Sturgeon up to Nasera. All the way over to Claire Noble. She'll hit it. Did she
little too far.
It? They're going to say that she did touch it.
Okay.
Point for the Wolverines.
So now set point for the Wolverines.
So she's saying out. Okay, so the officials are saying that she did touch it. So the point will go to the Wolverines. It's a tough judgment call.
So number 8 is going to rotate out, and number 10 coming in for the Bridgers.
And the backline judge for this match is saying it went out of bounds, but the officials are overriding, saying that they did touch. So 24-18, Figueroa with the serve, line drive. Backline there set up by Ambridge, topped over by Harinko, backline hooker. Up to Nacera, all the way over to Noble. She'll hit it off the front wall. It will fall.
And that is set number 2 for the Wolverines, 25-18.
So 25-18, Wolverines will win that set. They'll take a 2-0 lead in this one, best of 5. We'll take a little bit of a timeout, and we'll bring you third set action here from Lincoln High School Big Gym. 2-0 Wolverines.
Verifying roster.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Lincoln High School Big Gym. 2-0 lead in terms of sets for the Wolverines. Best of 5, so they'll be looking to close out while Ambridge is just looking to battle back and get back into this one. Checking rosters here by the officials. Looks like we got some rotations ready to go here. Coming in will be number 18, Abby Reeves, a sophomore striker and hitter for Ambridge. Ambridge will be serving this third set. Will be number 6, Ava Timmons for Ambridge. So there's the whistle. We're underway. Served by Timmons into the net.
First point goes to the Wolverines in this third set.
And I think that's the toughest serve every every
The start
set.
off.
The start to set. That's so much time, 3 to 5 minutes in between there.
Lena Nacera with the serve for the Wolverines.
Up through the rafters. Bridgers still make the play there. Back over to the Wolverines side. Front line. Donnelly will hit it back to Nacera. She'll get it up and over. No, she will not. Hits the rafters.
Hit the rafters and came back at them.
Yep, so 1-1.
So number 1 will be serving for the Bridgers.
So Jordan Garrison for Ambridge. Jump serve. Line drive off to Donnelly. Back over to Nacera. Over to Morgan Hooker. Back line off the rafters. It drops. Point for the Wolverines.
They weren't expecting it off the rafters.
No.
They were expecting that one to go over.
It's so tough, but that's the home court advantage.
All right, now serving for the Wolverines, number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. I can't talk. Out of bounds
by
on
Delaney.
the Bridgers.
Yep.
Point for the Wolverines.
So now 3-1 in favor of the Wolverines. Good start once again.
Delaney with the serve. Jump serve.
Unfortunately, she crossed the line too early. So the point will go to the Bridgers, 3-2. Yeah, she crossed the line. That one was a little bit more obvious than most. So nonetheless, Ambridge will set up the serve here. Number 22, France. Substitution is going to be number 10, Mackenzie Keber.
Number 18 coming out.
I think we're going to have a roster check again. There's so many moving parts that officials have to deal with, that coaches have to deal with. At least the players, for the most part, just get to play. But I tell you what, there's so many factors that people do not see in sports. You have to have the right rotation. Let's be real, Dakota, we've seen this in the past. You just even have to have a name on a paper. If you don't, it messes things up badly.
Right. I don't think we've seen that at volleyball, but we've
Not
definitely
yet.
seen it at basketball.
Yep. All right.
Here's the serve into the net. Point for the Wolverines. Now 4-2. Morgan Hooker, number 13, is going to be serving for the Wolverines.
Rotation once again. Number 16 will be coming in, Bree Dobbins.
22 going out.
Again, offense for defense, defense for offense when that occurs.
Here we go.
Serve by Hooker, back line. It will drop in for a point. Ace for Hooker, 5-2. That's a tough one. It fit perfectly right in front of the line.
So here's the serve by Hooker.
Good serve once again, this time in the middle of the court. Back over there to the close or far side. They're going to say, I think, a double hit or a
I'm
carry.
guessing
Nope,
carry. Okay, I was thinking double tap, but
Yep, so good hit by Sam Ellenberger for the point, and she will now serve.
so 3-5 now. Favor of the Wolverines.
Jump serve, good serve there over to Donnelly. Up to Nacera, she'll sit up Claire Noble and swings right back at you. Hooker taps it up, and it will fall. I think that was going to go out of bounds. So the point will go to the Bridgers, 5-4. That's a tough one because you get caught in the heat of the moment. You want to come over there and hit that.
Yep, get your adrenaline pumping.
Yep.
All right, Ellenberger with the serve once again. Jump serve.
Clears the net. Donnelly up to Nacera. She'll set up Noble once again. This time a little bit shorter. It falls.
Point
6-4.
for the Wolverines.
Noble being one of those tall strikers. You got technically three of them in there between Sturgeon, Figueroa, and Noble. Noble tonight on point with those strikes.
Donnelly with the serve.
Back row. Nice save there by Ellenberger. Nice play by Timmons. And we play on. Back row for the Bridgers. Set up here for back line. Back over the Wolverines. Nacera will tap it up over by Noble. It clears. Harinko back over to Figueroa. Wrong direction, but it works out. We're still playing. It falls.
And falls inbounds. Point for the Wolverines.
Nice strike by number 24, Alyssa Donnelly. Got to give credit to that front section and area for the Wolverines. Nacera, Figueroa, great setups for the Wolverines.
Here's the serve by Donley.
Line drive. Set up here by Harinko. Over to number 10 there. Keber off of Donley. Stays in play. Off of Noble, out of bounds. Point for the Bridgers.
That one was a tough one, running into the bench there.
A lot more battling back and forth. Ball's kind of going in any direction in this third set. 7-5 Wolverines.
Number 14 with the jump serve.
Harinko
into
hits
the
the
net.
net.
Point for the Wolverines, 8-5.
To be honest, there's like 2 or 3 of those points so far by the Bridgers. Easy points for the Wolverines. Everything else so far has been a fight in this third set.
Emma Figueroa, number 3 with the serve.
Nice serve by
and
Emma.
It falls. Point for the Wolverines, 9-5.
We talked about it in the JV match. Serving so far has favored the Wolverines, and it continues once again. Served by Figueroa, and I jinxed it.
Into the net. Point for the Bridgers, 6-9. Number 10 with the serve. Number 22 coming in for number 16.
So France back in. Serving will be number 10, Mackenzie Keber, sophomore for Ambridge. Here's the serve. Out of bounds, point for the Wolverines, 10-6.
Another rotation, number 18 coming in for number 10.
It's Abby Reeves. She played libero in the JV match. Both these teams, like Dakota said, no liberos tonight.
Number 12, Claire Noble with the serve.
Through the rafters, still in play.
Harinko
does get it over. Yep. Tapped over by Nacera. France back off the bar, does get over. Nacera will set it up here for Donley. She'll swing. Nice swing, and it falls by Alyssa Donley.
Point for the Wolverines, now 11-6.
So good contact there by Donley. Nice strike. She doesn't have the length, but I tell you what, her strikes over the net.
Served by Claire Noble.
Coming this way, out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines, as it's now 12-6. Served by Claire Noble. Backline, a little too hard. Point for the Bridgers, 12-7.
Now Timmons with the serve for the Bridgers.
Jump serve, back row there off Donley. Hits the front net, still in play. Nice save by Sturgeon. Over by Nacera. We play on. Front row. Ambridge, strike off the wall. It falls on Ambridge's side. Wolverine point, 13-7.
Number 5, Lena Nacera now with the serve for the Wolverines.
Once again, a good wall there between Sturgeon and Hooker. Back row serve, front area. Harinko does get it over for Ambridge. Set up all the way to the far side. Donley off the wall. It's still in play. Unfortunately, no, we're still good. We're still good. Back over to Ambridge side. Set up here for the strike. It clears. Nice play by Hooker for the save. Sturgeon back row.
Oh. Little too far. Point for the Bridgers. Now 8-13. Excuse me.
And a good look by Delaney to hit it farther behind everybody up front, but just about 2 feet long.
Number 1 with the serve.
Jump serve there by Garrison. Nacera will set it up here for Hooker. She'll swing. Nice contact out of bounds. Nice point for the Wolverines.
Now 14-8. And with that, Delaney Sturgeon, number 21, will be serving for the Wolverines.
Again, folks, we talked about in the JV match. Fast action across the board here. Sturgeon with the serve. Nice jump serve. Back row through the rafters. Set up there by Timmons. Over by France. Up by Noble in a no man's land. Point for the Bridgers. So 14-9. Ambridge trying to battle back. It's not easy, but they've been doing their best.
Rotation here. Number 10 comes in for number 18, and number 22 will be serving for the Bridgers.
So Keber checks in. France is going to be serving. A little conversation here between Harinko and the officials. Harinko walked over to the coach for Ambridge, and I think they're going to be questioning something here about what's going on. So we'll see what's happening here. Nice little conversation. Again, folks, if you want to catch our next live stream, we're going to be streaming soccer via mobile phone tomorrow from Stiefel Park, barring any issues with internet
permitting.
Yeah. Do be patient on that one. That's a brand new system for us. And then our next stream after that will be Friday at Union, and then Saturday back here for volleyball versus Riverside.
The official talking to the student section here.
We love having a student section, but they've got to wait till the serve is done. And Wolverines get the point on the serve into the fence. Oh my goodness.
into the net. We had a rotation. Number 22 went out. 16 came in. And then Morgan Hooker, number 13, serving for the Wolverines.
6-point lead for the Wolverines. Back line there. Garrison coming our way. And it falls out of bounds. Point for the Wolverines, now 16-9. So Morgan Hooker serving once again, one of the two seniors on the team. Line drive, back row there, it's set up by Garrison. Up by Timmons, no man's land, and another point for the Wolverines, 17-9.
Now up 17-9.
Just seems like once you hit that 10-point mark, Wolverines starting to pull away once again. Garrison, far side there, set up there by Ellenberger. Into the
net.
I'm going to say it, by Ellenberger. It's now 18-9 Wolverines. Morgan Hooker once again. Nope, we're going to have a timeout, I think. So timeout. Yep. By Ambridge. We'll take a timeout with them. Third set action, 18-9 Wolverines. All right, folks, welcome back here to the Big Gym in Ellwood City. 18-9 lead, third set for the Wolverines. They're looking to close out the 3-0 victory while Ambridge is trying to battle back.
Morgan Hooker with the serve. Get it over.
Set up by the Bridgers. Off the front.
Point
there
for the Wolverines. Now 19-9. Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
I never know if I catch it before or after they change the score.
Right. Serve
Hooker
there
with
once
the
again.
serve.
Good serve. Front line there set up by the Bridgers. Off to no man's land. Timmons was waiting for somebody to come up. Nobody did. It's now 29.
I think someone might have got called off, and then they all got nervous.
Yep.
All right, Hooker with the serve once again, 20-9.
Back line there. Set up for Ambridge. Harinko off the front wall. It falls. Point for Ambridge, 20-10.
Looks like number 14. No. Number 6. 8. Sorry. 8.
We'll get it.
Will be serving.
Number 8, Sam Ellenberger. Senior will be serving for Ambridge. Nice serve. Back line. It's in play. That's in. So point for the Ambridge. It's now 20-11. So serving once again, Ellenberger. 9-point lead for the Wolverines. Line drive in the corner. Off the Sturgeon. It falls. 2 points in a row. It's now 20-12.
Ellenberger with the serve once again for Ambridge.
Here's the serve. Line drive. Donnelly will make the save. Nice play there by Alyssa. Noble will hit it, but it doesn't clear. A little bit of a miss hit there by Hooker, and it's now 3 points in a row, 20-13. Ellenberger once again with the serve. Good contact. This time, I think it dropped in play.
It did.
Point again for Ambridge, 20-14. So nice run by Sam. She served a couple times like this for what it's worth for Ambridge.
There's the jump serve.
And we did.
Into the net.
So point will go to the Wolverines, 21-14. They're just 4 points away from the 3-0 victory.
Donnelly with the serve now for the Wolverines.
Here's the serve. Line drive back row off of the defender, number 16 Dobbins. Point for the Wolverines.
22-14.
Story of the night, serving by the Wolverines. Not 100% efficient, but they have gotten the job done on offense. 8-point lead. Donnelly with the serve. Line drive, back row. Ooh, they're going to say it was in. And I think they're going to, they're going to agree. They're going to say that it was in, 23-14. I have a feeling that was in. It was real close. I mean, it
looked in from here, but
right.
I'm not a judge.
If it touches the line, it is officially in. So 23-14.
Donnelly with the serve.
Back row there, set up by Garrison, tapped over by Dobbins. It doesn't clear. Point for the Wolverines.
Now,
go ahead, Dakota.
Set point and match point opportunity.
Right. So the double whammy here, 24-14, 10-point lead. Just need 1 point.
The serve.
Line drive, back row. Garrison sets it up here, the front row. Harinko, she'll get it up and over. Hooker gets it up for Nasser. She'll set up Donnelly, who swings. Back row, pushed up by Garrison. Front row now. Harinko will get it up and over. It will fall. Point for the
Bridgers. Now 15-24.
So they will hold off match point the first time. We're now match point number 2. Wolverines will have 8 of these attempts to close out the match.
Number 14 will be serving for the Bridgers.
So, Ann Harinko with the serve. It stays in play. Delaney gets it over to Nasser. Up for Noble. She'll tap it up and over to this side. Still in play. Harinko will get it up and over. Back row Hooker. Up to Nasser. She'll set up. Oh, no, she didn't. Woo! She faked not only the Bridgers defense, but she faked out me. It was fitting by number 5, Lena Nasser. The point will go to the Wolverines.
Just like that, game, set, match. Wolverines win 3-0.
So the 3-0 victory for the Wolverines. They will go to 1-0 on the season. It was an out-of-conference matchup, but hey, we'll take the victory, and we'll look forward to the first conference matchup this Saturday at noon, 11 o'clock JV, 12 o'clock varsity against Riverside. That'll be a great one. We'll have the action here. Our next broadcast tomorrow, mobile phone broadcast, if possible, via internet, of the soccer matchup. They got Hopewell at 3:30. Let's see what else.
Catch us Friday.
Yep, Friday night
for
will be
the
at
game
Union, 7 o'clock.
At Union for the football game.
Then you also have tennis tomorrow as they are playing Beaver. So there are 7 events tomorrow. And I forgot to mention, middle school football has a scrimmage tomorrow. A try meet versus Quaker Valley and Central Valley at Central Valley. So a lot of things going on. Catch all the action at our website, www.ecwolverines.com. Check us out on YouTube. Folks, we enjoyed tonight. We got the victory, and we will look to match number 3, because volleyball travels to Southside tomorrow night. So
right.
On behalf of Dakota Marshall, myself, Brad Windhorst, and I know at home, I'm still working on the farm, Thad Sturgeon for Ellwood City Sports. Folks, have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow and the rest of the week. Good night.